I love the colorful clothes she wears and the way the sunlight plays.
Guys, hi, welcome back. Connor, how are you, sir?
I'm good, Scotty. How are you? Man of the hour.
I'm not too bad. And guys, apologies. We have been doing it Tuesdays, but we're on Thursday. And I think honestly that's not a bad thing because at least it lets some things happen on the market potentially. And this week we can actually talk about stuff. So the Aussie dollar is weakening, and I've just got up here the Aussie Singapore daily chart. And as everyone can see, I'm in a position. I'll just zoom out here. So I'm chasing, this is my first position to 1-to-1 at around 0.5% on risk. And here's the stop loss, and here it is. So this is a demo account as well. And before we get into the details of the trade, guys, I just want to give a quick risk disclaimer. And this also is contained in the description section. So Connor and I are just giving a video as educational material. It's not to be considered as financial advice. Forex can be very risky business. As most of you know, you've probably lost money. So please just take this as general advice. And we're just sharing our experiences as novice traders. And that's all we're doing here. So please, it's not a professional signal service or anything, okay? Would you concur there, Connor? You don't have anything to
I totally concur, Scotty.
We've both lost money, so if everyone just, yeah, it's more of an experience watching this. This is what we normally do weekly, so we're just sharing with the trading community. So here it is. So I can't actually show you my custom indicator because the people who made it available only to the Naked Forex Now forum members. So essentially what we're seeing here, this candle here, that large bearish candle was the trigger candle. And we had two previous candles trade underneath the 20-day moving average. And then here was the trigger. So considering the spread, which is around 4 pips, it's actually 3.6, but I usually round up just to be conservative. And then I did 10 pips over that, so we were 14 pips past the low, and we're triggered. As you can see, we're in a tiny little bit of drawdown, nothing serious, but what I like to look for is there's a downward trend, a little more downward than the Aussie dollar against the US, and we'll just keep everyone posted on this, all right? Now, Connor, what I'll do is I'll go to the Aussie US dollar now, and you can just discuss with people why.
So why did you get in this space? What you really like
So
about it?
there were a few. There are actually a few on options. So the Aussie US was on as well. So this candle here, that large bearish candle, was also a trigger. But what I didn't like about this compared to the Aussie Singapore was that the trend is not as established. I mean, it has made a new low and there is space to the left, as you can see. But what I didn't like, as you can see, it's still, and we brought up the weekly, guys. So if we bring up the weekly chart, it's very much sort of in a consolidation box still. So that's why I didn't like it as much. And then you've also got, I think the Aussie Swissy as well was very similar to the Aussie dollar. So I just look for stuff that's why we encourage backtesting, guys. So when you see something that you see in backtesting, you go, oh crap, that's a potential setup. And then you can rule out things that aren't quite as you would in testing. All right, so we've got the Aussie dollar up. Connor, so feel free to take control. And this was a bend trade for you potentially.
Yeah, so I was thinking about it, but I didn't end up doing it. So no harm, no foul. But there was a bit of a bend. It wasn't as good as that bend there.
Yeah, yep.
See, it sort of takes that weird sort of thing there. But I really like we were talking before, how it had passed through all this sort of resistance. And then the next resistance on the weekly wasn't until about here. Once again, it didn't have enough of a trend going on. Didn't seem like it had enough money. So I just wasn't interested. And that's the only thing that popped out at me this week. They've taken a trade, I think, 3 weeks, something like that.
I agree. It has. This is the first trade I've actually taken in. I didn't do any trading in April on the demo account, so this is the first in over a month. So there is Aussie weakness, but I think it's important for people to realize that if there is stuff going on in the markets, you still have to keep a cool, calm head, because just looking at this, it's still And the Aussie dollar is notorious for this. It can really hold in consolidation for a while. So it's very careful not to just jump in with the crowd and go in and just say, oh, look, this is looking sweet. Everyone's shorting. And so that the Aussie dollar still has some resilience. If the Fed in the US had increased interest rates, then we would have been on for some proper Aussie weakness, but it held at 1%, so there wasn't an increase, and the Australian RBA kept rates on hold as well. So it's one of these things where it's just slow moving now. I think we've seen the brunt of the move, so it should be interesting to see what happens with the Singapore dollar. But yeah, I think you're right, Connor. You've got to be patient and just, if it's not right, you just don't get in the trade, because what usually happens is that's going to be a losing trade and you'll be, stuck in that cycle of chasing and chasing, and it's not ideal.
Yeah, so not a lot's been turning up. So a lot of charts to look at. I haven't really seen a great trend established in a while either.
No, I haven't seen. So nothing's caught your eye besides this potential setup, which wasn't a trade in the end.
No, which wasn't a trade.
Yeah, okay.
It's come to those two.
We're at 6 minutes 14. Do you think there's enough time for a little bit of back testing? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, the chart's already up. Forex Tester already loaded.
Yeah, it is. Yep, the charts are up. Yep, you can take control.
I'll have a quick look. So I find a little bit different to yours, actually. I don't normally have a moving average in, but that I worry more about the support and resistance.
Yeah, yep.
So I'll go up here. Where's the It's the weekly.
So the weekly's to the left there. There we go. Yep.
Where?
To the left there. So I've got it up now.
Cool.
And just for the viewers, so for some reason on TeamViewer, Connor can't see when I move the mouse. So if anyone knows why that is, that would be it's a bit of an intriguing IT mystery. But I can see when he moves the cursor, so it's just a little bit of an intriguing dilemma that we have. So this is on the weekly chart.
So I'm just looking for where there's multiple touches.
Yep.
In established sort of zone.
So at least
this
two.
Is
that at least two touches?
You find this just for me?
Yep.
Okay. So that's at the highest. See where it's bounced a couple of times there.
Yep.
I won't put one there yet. Have a quick look. We'll see if there's
so we're on the weekly chart still. So do you go down and you go down to the daily?
I'll get onto the daily. So yep. The daily over the weekly. Right. Okay. Let's see.
So we're just going through a back test here of how Connor trades the Ben trade. And we're in Forex Tester 3 right now on the daily chart.
So there's a big shadow.
Yep. Oh, it is off resistance too.
3, 4, 5. It's not bigger than the fifth candle.
No, you're right. Yep.
Even though that's just a big shadow, it's still not big as that. So I don't know how you played it.
No, I wouldn't take that. And I know people on the video are going to say,
you would have taken it?
No, I wouldn't have taken it. I like a little more space to the left. And like you said, it wasn't the biggest candle in the last 5, so it'd be tempting, but I mean, it just depends.
You might have got a 1-to-1 there.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, but I find that the really good ones you can squeeze a lot more out of as well. So you've lost potentially.
You've got to wait for space to the left.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, really. And the candle has to not be too large as well. So we're looking
for some good establishment here. I'd go back through to see if there's any news that would stick out.
Yeah, we've got probably a couple more minutes left, guys, but we'll try and potentially
maybe I'll just talk about establishment.
Yeah, and we can just explain to people what to look for.
So there's one there, and if we were to, I'm not doing touching that perfect, but if I put the candle on, you'd see where the wicks are right.
Oh, yep.
Is that how you draw yours? know.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do the same thing with, I do the line graph, and then I look for at least 2 touches, and then I go from there.
So that's and like I said, I wouldn't even have my blocking on. I'll just worry about. I'd like to hear what does.
Yeah, feel free, guys, to interact. We've shown you a couple of systems now. We showed you the big shadow or engulfing candle.
So here's a big shadow here, Scotty. But still, because it's such a downtrend, I'll be scared to take that.
Oh, most definitely. So, strong dollar bet would be that this is going to trade lower. I mean, it might float around the support level a little bit.
Well, if someone did take shadow zone, that's a good example of this thing taking off. But it's just not my style.
We might be at a swing point. What about that one there? Is that engulfing? Oh.
No, I'd wait for it to get on the.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's in a bit of no man's land right now.
Look, I don't think we're gonna really get.
No, I think
to it. We can really get into the bend trade.
No, and now it's shooting off, and now it's
things taking off. It's going crazy.
This is a good example of the Aussie dollar holding in consolidation here as well, guys. So that's something to remember. With certain pairs have certain characteristics as well. So the Aussie certainly can hold in consolidation for a little bit. What are your thoughts? Anything worth mentioning bend trade wise?
No, I think we might get into it a little bit more next week.
Yeah, I think so. We're at about 11:30 or so. So I think you're right. I mean, we've gone through the basics. At least we've shown people on the markets what a potential bend trade looks like, and obviously my system as well as an open position. So, guys, when we come back next week, I'll update everyone on the positions. Maybe Connor's got into one as well. But happy trading, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Connor, as well. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have a good
make
rest
sure you
of
follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, guys, I'm going to bang that out. So we've slowly been growing diligently, and now we're at just over 2,000. So feel free to like us. And I also post some backtesting material up during the week as well. And we obviously post up the Trade Talk, Pippin and Easy episodes as well. But you can find all our episodes up on here as well if you want to go back, because now we're actually at double digits. We're at 10 episodes. So you can go in and check it out. And obviously on the YouTube site, Scotty's Trading. But thanks, guys, for watching. And until next week, just enjoy and happy trading. Thanks, Connor.
All right, take care.